Hi, my name's Anna Gare. Welcome to the Buy West Eat Best Good Choice cooking series. I'm surrounded by some incredible West Australian produce here, and today I'm really going to show off. I'm going to make a fisherman's stew, or you could say fisherwoman's stew. I'm spoilt with beautiful fresh seafood, so we've got some Rotto rock lobster here. I've got some Mandurah mullet, it's actually ocean mullet. I've got some Norwest squid, some pinky bream, and lots of beautiful fresh West Australian vegetables. Okay, let's start with the king of the ocean, the rock lobster. Now, traditionally, the fisherman's stew is made with quite, cheap fish, easy fish, seasonal fish, whatever you've got on hand. We happen to have beautiful rock lobster just out there in our ocean. Now, all we do to remove the body, we just give it a little twist. Out she comes, beautiful. And I'm just going to cut this in segments, but I'm going to leave it in the shell because when we're cooking it, it will be juicier. So we just cut like that. Need a good sharp knife, and that looks mighty pretty in the dish. Right, so the cray's done. Okay, let's move to that Mandurah mullet. Absolutely gorgeous. When it's really fresh, it makes excellent sushi. So I'm just going to cut that up into nice little pieces. Next up is the pinky bream, and I got this from Catalano's. It's actually a thread fin bream, but they call it the pinky bream, and you can see why. It's got a beautiful little pink skin. By the way, I'm leaving all the skin on my fish for nutrients, and also I think it looks nicer. Next up, squid. Highly sustainable, fantastic. I love my squid. So I've cleaned this out. It's lovely and clean. All I do is slice it straight down the middle, flatten it out. Then we're going to score it on the inside. So just lightly run your knife along, following your fingers like so. This makes it look really pretty. And now I'm just going to chop that into nice little mouth-sized pieces, and that's going to curl up when it cooks in the stew. Right, so that's all done. My old trick. Flip the board, lovely clean bench. Now we've got a beautiful West Australian Spanish onion here. Grown up in Carnarvon, I think. Okay, so all we're going to do is cut it into wedges. Just nice thin wedges. So each onion cut into about 8 pieces. And then I've got some beautiful fennel, and fennel is always a perfect partner for seafood. So these fresh fennel bulbs, I just remove a bit of the top, keep the fronds for later because we can add that. And I'm just going to cut that into nice wedges also. And now for some locally grown West Australian potatoes, probably from down around my region, the Great Southern. We grow lots of potatoes down there. I'm just going to slice them nice and thin. Right, and we're nearly there. I've got some chopped garlic, beautiful West Australian garlic. I hate it when the local garlic runs out. Some fresh tomatoes chopped, that's about 4 roughly chopped, and some gorgeous fresh thyme. Right, we're ready to get cooking. Starting with some local olive oil, nice splash. I've also got some butter here. And then all we do is we're just going to add the onions, the fennel, the potatoes, and we're just going to saute them off very gently over a low heat for about 10 to 15 minutes until they're just slightly soft. And then we're going to add all the other good stuff. So these veggies are looking absolutely gorgeous. Now we're going to add the flavour. I don't add my spice at the beginning because otherwise it burns and you lose all that lovely aromatic flavour. So I'm using some fennel seeds, Whittington spices. So just a nice generous pinch of fennel. Got some bay leaves, 1, 2, these are little, give an extra 1, 3. few sprigs of thyme, and I just pop them in like that, and then the little leaves come off themselves. Some garlic. I'm adding the garlic now because I didn't want it to burn. Locally grown garlic just smells so much better. And then we're going to add these tomatoes. Lovely, 3 big, juicy, ripe red tomatoes. In they go. We're just going to saute this lightly for about 5 minutes. Oh, I forgot my favourite spice, paprika. So I'm a big fan, so I'm going to do a heaped teaspoon. Give it all a little stir. Just let that sizzle away for about 5 minutes. Okay, now we're ready for some wine. I've got some great local wine here. I'm going to pop in about half a cup. It's a great use for leftover wine. That's if you ever have any, by the way. Now we'll just turn that up, arc it right up. We just want to cook that wine off just a little bit. And then we're ready to start adding the other stuff. So I've got some chicken stock here, 1 litre of beautiful chicken stock. So now we're just going to let this simmer away for about 8 to 10 minutes until the potatoes are just starting to go soft. So now it's time to add all the seafood. So we stick the little craytails in. We just want that to simmer away, just gently. And the squid, tentacles and all. So that's the squid and cray in. We're just going to gently simmer that away for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to add the mullet, followed by the pinky brim. Okay, we're just about ready to add the rest of the fish. In fact, I think we are. The crayfish is about half cooked. So in goes the gorgeous Mandurah mullet. What I'm doing here, I'm just going to poke that down, and then I'm going to add the brim just on top because this will take less time to cook. It's much sort of softer fish. Just lay that on top like that, and that will just cook through so gently and beautifully. Give it a bit more love, bit of pepper. Sprinkle of some local West Australian lake salt. Gotta love that. A little bit more. Bubble away for about 5 more minutes and we'll be ready. And she's ready. A beautiful pot full of lots of wonderful local West Australian produce, incredible seafood. And don't forget, you can use any seafood that's on hand. I always sort of go for the most seasonal fish at the time, and it's always gorgeous, and it's a lovely dish that your whole family can enjoy. So all we're doing now is we're just going to add a little bit of fresh parsley, and then we're going to plate up. So here comes the pretty bit. Dig deep for those lovely vegetables at the base. Oh, look at that. Just one more little touch. I've just smashed up some garlic, some parsley, a little bit of salt and olive oil in here. And I'm just going to drizzle that over because that will give it such a lovely, fresh flavour. So there you have it, my fisherman stew. Beautiful, fresh and local. And if you're unsure about buying local, look for the little green sticker.